Hey Aries, welcome to your general reading for the week of February 7th. We're going to be jumping right into things with your reading here. We're going to do a big spread here to get an idea of your general energies going into this week, as well as any challenges that you'll be facing, and then also a little bit of advice on how to overcome those challenges, Aries. So starting this week, Aries, for your general energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles card. So this can be about you feeling a little bit secure about a situation that you built up for yourself. Especially last week, we were talking a little bit about you kind of seizing some sort of new opportunity or seizing some energy on a new project that you were starting. I can see right now if you're an Aries who decided to take steps forward to really manifest those things that you've been like wanting and building up, then it's starting to pay off a little bit for you here, Aries. But of course, there's no like overnight success or anything. So it's just like a step in the right direction, basically. Here in your challenge card, though, we have the Knight of Swords. So this can be about you rushing forward a little bit too quickly, though, especially coupled here. This kind of energy, though, between like the Pentacles and the Swords card, it seems almost like a weird contrast between two different extremes. The Pentacles, for me, is always something very earthly and grounded. It's about you building something that has roots and has a foundation. The Knight of Swords card, or especially the Knight of Swords card, but a lot of Swords cards can be about rushing forward a little bit too quickly. And that's really what the Knight of Swords card here is talking about. So right now, maybe you're feeling like a little bit conflicted. Maybe things are starting to manifest for you. They are starting to like grow and you're seeing abundance around you, but you don't feel like it's quick enough. Or maybe you see other people who are like, maybe you have somebody in your life who did do like a get rich quick kind of scheme and it did work out for them. Something like that. Like somebody's moving forward a little bit faster than you are. So you're starting to kind of doubt a little bit the work that you're putting into your situation. But here in your recent past, we have the Justice card. So maybe it can be that you decided to take one path. Maybe there were like two pathways forward. There was like this like dumb get rich quick kind of scheme that would work for some people, and then there was a path that you've taken that seemed like a little bit more secure and grounded and safe, and maybe you chose that path. So maybe in the recent past, the Justice card here is kind of indicating a decision taken between these two different extremes. And then right now, you're just kind of feeling like, okay, well, did I make the right decision? Was it right for me to, maybe I should have put more energy rushing forward into something new, or maybe it was a good idea for me to stay grounded and to build up and to kind of like nurture like my own talents and abilities and to build something with a little bit more of a foundation. Here in your area of the future, though, we have the Lovers card. So it can be that like this foundation that you're building for yourself is going to manifest like, it's going to create the conditions wherein you can invite somebody new into your life. So that's pretty positive to see, Aries. It seems like you kind of chose the right path. If you chose this path towards really like maybe going back to school right now, because like a lot of people are going back to school this last week, it can be that that's the decision that you made. It feels a little bit slow compared to what other people are doing, but it could just be that like building up that stability for yourself is what makes you more enticing, and not like enticing, it just kind of invites the conditions to bring a soulmate into your life right now, Aries. Here in your area of above and below, pretty positive to see. Here in your area of above, we have the Star card. So you kind of really, this is almost like what you're projecting. This is something more external, what you're projecting out to the world right now. So it can just be that like the overabundance that you're creating is very apparent to everybody around you right now, Aries, which is positive to see. Here in your area below, we have what is this one? Oh, the Seven of Swords card. Knew what it was, forgot that it was 7 swords. So here with the Seven of Swords card is about like being betrayed by somebody or being deceived in some sort of way. And again, that's kind of reflecting. There's like a lot of like, in this reading here, Aries, there's a lot of this weird duality between two opposing forces, right? So you have like this opposing force of like putting your roots down, building something with a foundation, and then like this like other energy of rushing forward on something. And then you have here like this energy of abundance and everybody seeing that in you, and everybody seeing that you're manifesting these great things into the world around you. And then also this feeling of like, okay, am I going to be betrayed soon? Is somebody deceiving me? So I think that right now you're just feeling like a little, I don't know. I think you're feeling like a little bit muddled about like what you're doing. You're just like a little bit confused at this moment. So here in your area of external factors, we have the Three of Wands card. So this is about you really, again, putting your roots down, looking at the world around you, and really taking your time, not like letting life beat you up at this moment, not letting this negative energy rush you and destroy this new project that you're working on or like this new relationship that you have. So here in your area of external factors, we have the Three of Wands card. And Aries, right now, what this reading is all telling me is that you really need to focus on setting down your roots. It's not that you need to like stay in one place forever or anything, but it's like setting down your roots and then growing this foundation for yourself. That's what's going to build up like this great amount of security for you right now. I think that that's pretty obvious though, right? Obviously if you want to build something for your future, you shouldn't move to a new state every week or something, or if you want to like build up a long lasting career for yourself, you shouldn't like change jobs every, month. I think that that's fairly obvious, right? So Aries, going into your area of hopes and fears, we have the Death card, which is a pretty big fear to be having right now, Aries. I think that you're just kind of worried about really destroying something beautiful that you're building right now. I think that you are building something amazing for yourself. If you're deciding to maybe go back to school or start like this new career that is like something that you've wanted to do for a long time, but you've never felt totally comfortable about getting started on that, or even starting a new relationship right now, especially with the Lovers card here. If there's some sort of new relationship that you've been building up in the past couple of weeks or months, you're really just worried about that right now turning sour and wilting and dying. So pretty big fear there, Aries, and pretty understandable fear. So Aries, this entire reading here, especially with the Page of Swords card in your area of the outcome, this is all just telling me that you need to like really grasp and hold on to like this naive sense of exploration and building something new. It can feel like sometimes if you're in this weird, this is such a weird Aries reading. It's like really bizarre because normally Aries is like really steadfast, wants to move forward on something, kind of knows who they are and what they want. But right now I'm getting like this super weird Aries reading of somebody who's like, there's two conflicting things right now. They're feeling like they need to set down their roots and build this great foundation, but at the same time they want to rush forward on something. This is like a really incredibly muddled reading. I think that right now Aries is just like, and it could be like coming out of like this first month of the year, Aries, I think that like everybody had to like pump the brakes right at January because of like the retrogrades that were going on. So we had like this idea of like, okay, we're out of 2021, which was like, as bad as 2020. So now we're starting this new year. Maybe it'll be good. And you want to get started on something new, of course. But then at the same time, those retrogrades came and then they messed all of our shit up, right? For a whole month. And so now you're just kind of like, it's just like this big conflicting energy here. It's like, I want to move forward, but I'm scared, or not really scared. I want to set down my roots because I see how bad these last couple like years have been. So really a lot of conflicting energy here right now, Aries. Definitely nothing resolute here. I say kind of lean into like putting down your roots right now and really kind of maintain that sense of exploration and starting something new, because there will come a time, like you can build a great foundation for yourself and then eventually you're going to find like this great opportunity to like begin moving forward on something new. So if you build up this new relationship right now, or even like foster the relationships that you have right now, just like kind of like have that retrograde mindset right now where you need to like be like on the down low. Like you need to just not start anything too quickly. Like don't make like these huge purchases or these huge life decisions right now. In this next week, in these next couple weeks, definitely like take your time with stuff. Definitely don't rush anything right now, Aries. That's the sensation that I'm getting here. Definitely just allow things to be stable for a little bit longer, because if you do, that's going to create that foundation for yourself to really move forward on what you care about, Aries. And here at the end of the reading, we're going to be pulling 3 cards for you for 3 yes, no, or maybe questions. So if you want to pause the video and think of those questions, we're going to draw them right now. We have 1, 2, this one keeps on, this is not a card. This is a picture that came with the cards. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so Aries, on your first question, I have a definite yes. On your second question, more of a maybe. And then on your last question here, it's the Knight of Swords card, and I normally say yes, but considering that that's your challenge card here, I'm going to have to say no on your last question. Aries, Thank you so much for joining us for your weekly reading. We're going to be back next week, and next week our rabbits will be here with us as well, so they'll be able to kind of run around in the background and hopefully not eat all the cards. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe if you haven't, and definitely like this video.